So maybe you've been following the beef between Vaughn, JoeyBada, and Daylyt, or maybe not, because this is literally the sleepiest rap beef I've ever seen. And I'm someone who loves rap beefs. I grew up watching the beef series, you know, Beef 1, Beef 2, Beef 3. I encourage everyone to go watch those. I think they're all on YouTube for free. But I'm someone who grew up going to Hollywood Video, renting Beef 1, renting Beef 2, and really watching that series. And the great thing about the beef series was the storylines. They would cover diss records that rappers had made against each other. But the great thing about it was the storyline. Hey y'all, I am a one-man show. I record, edit the video myself, create the thumbnail, everything. So hitting like and subscribe does help a bunch. Thanks so much. Back to the video.
I'm about dollars. Who the fuck is 50 Cent?
I didn't even know 30,000 people knew who 50 Cent was.
So the beef series, they might cover the KRS-One versus MC Shan. They might cover the Gucci Mane versus Jeezy, the Game versus 50, and it would break down those diss records. But the best part was the storyline behind those diss records. For example, you got Game versus 50, you got the 300 bars diss, you got the 300 shots diss, but there's also an underlying storyline under all these diss records, whether it's the Shot 97 situation, whether it's the whole situation with the Game refusing to diss Fat Joe and Nas, and then 50 allegedly being mad at that, which results in Game getting kicked out of G-Unit. The point of the diss records was the storyline. That's why the 300 bars was released. Well, for example, the Bridge Wars, you got epic moments like KRS-One performing South Bronx in South Bronx. You got the Gucci Mane versus Jeezy and all the legal battles that happened before that, the attempted murder, the self-defense. This is what makes those diss records so much more potent. It's the storyline behind it. And this is why Beef was such a great series. But this Vaughn and Daylyt situation has none of that. There's no storyline. The entire storyline, the whole beef, is literally just clout chasing off of Kendrick Lamar's success in 2024. Every rapper involved, including JoeyBada, is just desperately trying to have a moment off of the Kendrick versus Drake beef that occurred over 1 year ago. It's been over a year since this happened. And this isn't just my insinuation that these guys are clout chasing. Vaughn recently done an interview where he admitted that he's clout chasing. He just straight up admits it.
You doing it for clout? I need clout. Let's do it together, brother. I need clout. I need clout.
And this interview is interesting because the fan response is mixed. Like, you would expect people to just be on Vaughn's side because he's on TDE, and TDE, like there's this TDE wave, they're seen as the good guys. But many fans and commenters thought Vaughn came across as arrogant and kind of taking this whole thing too seriously. So yeah, this whole thing started with Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. Then out of nowhere, JoeyBada comes and drops a song called The Ruler's Back. And in this song, JoeyBada just randomly takes shots at Kendrick and takes shots at the West Coast. He quotes a Jay-Z bar where he says,
Too much West Coast dick licking.
Too much West Coast dick licking.
Too much West Coast dick licking, right? So this is clout chasing offense number one. Joey popping in randomly on something that's dead, that's been done. Why? I don't know. Maybe he wants to reinvigorate his rap career. Who knows why he did this? Then Vaughn drops a song called Crash Out Heritage, clout chase number two. Vaughn jumps in on something that has really nothing to do with him. Then the tracks start coming out at a rapid pace. Most recently, we had the Red Bull freestyle where JoeyBada starts taking shots at Daylyt. Daylyt releases some diss records, which we'll get to later. And this is where it all is. I mean, there's literally no storyline here. There's just diss records, all with the intention of gaining Kendrick Lamar's attention. And to make things even more random, former TDE rapper Reason recently jumped in with 2 diss records. And then Peekaboo feature AZ Chike jumps in. AZ Chike recently dropped a JoeyBada diss record called What Would You Do? And on this song, AZ Chike declares that he's the best feature on GNX.
It's the best feature on GNX coming to talk to you.
This is like an extremely low bar, isn't it? Bragging that you're the best feature on GNX. It's kind of like saying like you're the tallest midget. Make no mistake, the best feature on GNX was SZA. Literally every rap feature on GNX sucked. So let me get this straight, AZ Chike. You're bragging on a diss record about being better than Lefty Gunplay, Hitta J3, Young Threat, and Dodie 6. Congrats. In this song, AZ Chike also slanders JoeyBada for writing a diamond record for Post Malone.
Fuck that bullshit you wrote for Post Malone.
As if that's a bad thing. But in that same song, AZ Chike alleges that JoeyBada has never made a hit record.
Are you a pro from your wherever still ain't made a hit song?
Didn't you just reference JoeyBada's diamond record with Post Malone? And then JoeyBada also has another platinum record called Devastated.
I used to feel so devastated.
I mean, this is something that both AZ, Chike, and Vaughn have done to try to get at JoeyBada. They say, oh, you don't have any plaques, you don't have any hit records. This is AZ, Chike, and Vaughn, who actually have no solo plaques, who actually have no solo hit records, trying to diss an artist who's more successful than them for having diamond and platinum records. I mean, it just makes no sense. The AZ, Chike diss records, like everything else in this tired ass beef, it's all just clout chasing. I mean, even JoeyBada started this whole thing, clout chasing to begin with, trying to throw shots at Kendrick. And AZ, Chike isn't even this type of rapper. He's not a lyrical guy who's built to engage in competitive rap like this. This is why AZ, Chike spits bars like, you're a badass, but I'm bad to the bone.
Yeah, you bad to the ass, I'm just bad to the bone.
AZ, Chike is just not built like this. And this is no slight to AZ, Chike. I've known about AZ, Chike since 2019. It's just simply, he's not that type of rapper. And that's fine. AZ, Chike is a rapper that you throw on at functions, at parties. You know, when you want something mindless to listen to, you don't have to think hard about it. Background noise. He's way out of his league here. So yeah, it's super obvious that everyone is just trying to pander to Kendrick fans right here to have a moment. There's no real storyline to this beef, which is why it's not interesting at all. It's just guys throwing shots at each other in an attempt to get Kendrick Lamar's attention and or adulation. That's what makes this so uninteresting. It would have been much more engaging if all these guys all hopped on a song or an EP together and traded verses to see who can get the best verse, who's a superior rapper. That would be more interesting than what's going on right now. But instead, we get this super vanilla rap beef that's essentially just collateral damage of the Kendrick versus Drake beef. It's just guys trying to ride the coattails of Kendrick's successes of the past year. And to make things worse, Daylyt recently released a new diss to JoeyBada called Word to My Mother, where Daylyt drops a bar that can be interpreted as referencing the suicide death of JoeyBada's friend, Capital Steez.
If the world knew what knew about you, they'd jump off a bridge too.
So yeah, this is supposed to be a friendly back and forth, right? Yet Daylyt is trying to up the ante. And again, none of these guys have any real beef with each other. So this is all for attention. So we're gonna go as far as to reference someone's suicide death. Some can even see it as mocking someone's suicide. You see, in a normal rap beef where guys actually have issues with each other and history with each other, this might work. But in this super vanilla friendly fade, it just looks like a bad move. It looks like bad taste. And it looks like a little desperation on Daylyt's side. Like he feels the pressure, so he's just gonna get super disrespectful instead of just keeping it rap like they had been doing. And to make matters worse, yo, isn't Daylyt friends with Ab-Soul? Same Ab-Soul who recently attempted suicide a few years ago? And didn't Ab-Soul's former mate, Alori Joe, successfully commit suicide by jumping off of Capitol Records in LA? So like Daylyt, are you like mocking suicide? Like what are you, like what even messages are you trying to send by saying something like that? And all these guys allegedly have no real issues with each other. So what's the point? Just get on a record and collaborate and let the fans decide who had a great verse. Go on a cypher like Big Sean, Ab-Soul, and Joey did. Get your attention that way. This is just a bad look. And from a fan perspective, someone who actually loves rap beefs, this is boring. So anyway, I just thought I'd update you all on the most uninteresting rap beef of all time. Maybe at some point things will get interesting and an actual storyline picks up. But as of right now, everyone involved is just bottom feeding off of Kendrick Lamar's success in 2024. So yeah, anyway, that's it. Top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.